very good day everybody, and welcome to another video. This is your personal funky sim pilot, and my name is Arkady Gidzenko, and I will be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight, we're back after a couple of weeks of turbulence, and today was a nice opportunity to have a little flight. It's going to be a short flight. We'll be taking off at Marseille airport in France, the south of France, to Milano in Italy. We'll use the PMDG 737-800 with Aeroitalia livery, using GSX and the Aerosoft simple traffic tool. And then there is another addition to our game today, and that will be the Beyond ATC program, basically the AI ATC tool. You just play around with that a little bit. We'll just see how everything's going to go down. Right, so let's hop on in. We're parked here at one of the gates at Marseille airport. The ground power unit's been connected, so is the jetway. We're using real-world time and real-world weather as we usually do on the channel. And here is our little PMDG 737-800 standing ready to be operated. So let's just hop on in. Turn on the flashlight because it's pitch black. The aircraft is totally cold and dark, as you can see. So let's turn on the batteries. We'll align our navigation. Turn on some dome lights. And we should have ground power available to us. So let's turn on the ground power. Some panel lights going up in here. And the logo lights, anti-collision lights. Alright. I suggest we start the boarding process immediately. That sound might be a little bit low. Let me just check here real quick, stand by. Right, let's see how that's going to work out for us. Actually, I would like a little bit of a brighter light. Where is it? There, so we can see what we're messing up. So today is going to be interesting because we actually will have ATC.
Do you want a group crew? Pilot's boarding starting.
So I do have a pen and paper with me, just like when flying on Watson, for instance. It's always good to be able to note down the things that they're telling you.
Crew boarding starting.
Let's get the airport chart here. Will be this one. Continued, no. Airport info, this one should be it. Right, so the boarding process has started. The passengers will start boarding soon as well. Right. So we got ATIS 125.355. So let's listen in with the ATIS.
Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Oscar.
Your crew has boarded. Passengers boarding.
Marseille Provence airport information, Oscar. 1839er Zulu, wind 200 at 3, ceiling and visibility okay, temperature 17, dew point 11, QNH 1021, VFR conditions, landing runways 13 left, 13 right, departing runway 13 left, transition level 050, read back all hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have information Oscar.
So we got information Oscar.
Airport information Oscar. 1839er Zulu, wind 200 at 3, ceiling and visibility okay, temperature 17, dew point 11, QNH 1021, VFR conditions, landing runways 13 left, 13 right, departing runway 13 left, transition level 050, read back all hold short instructions, advise on initial contact, you have information Oscar.
Alright, so we got information Oscar for us. Right, so the boarding has started. Let's start setting up our FMC and then we request our clearance. Let's quickly have a look how many passengers today we are carrying with us. So we got 148 passengers. Alright, so positive. I believe that would be Lima, Foxtrot Mike Lima. Our current gate, we'll have a look here on the chart. It looks to be 4 Bravo. And that is recognized, that's always nice route. We request our route. First get rid of the ICAO code there for Marseille. Right, so check with our OFP. So Callsign 73 and cruising 290 initially and then flight level 300. Wind will be 342 at 029er. And we got 6.4 on the block fuel and 2.8 if you round it up 2.9. So 6.4 to 2.8. That looks to be okay. So we can set the fuel, we'll also set the payload and we select the route. We load it up. And we activate and execute. Right, so we do have a basic flight plan in here now. But we do not have the departure and arrivals yet, obviously. So our flight plan is telling us we got the NASIK 6 November out of 31 left. Now, we already heard they're using runway 13 left, and the wind is 200 at 3 knots. Let's have a look at the airport chart. Let's see what this means. So wind is actually coming from 200 degrees, so that would be like 180 is here, so 200 would be, basically it's a crosswind anyway. Alright, so they're using runway 13 left, that's this one. That means we push back nose to the left, get ourselves onto the little golf course there, and then Charlie 321 onto the runway. Okay. Runway length remaining 114, but we'll come to that later. So we got the ATIS, we have the delivery as well, 121.730. So for the NASIK 6 November. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get that, so what we could maybe do is see if we change the runway here in Navigraph. Change that to runway 13 left. Procedure conflict, so does not connect with our SID. And then comes the thing where we have to sort of understand what they're going to tell us. So let's see, what are we looking at? Departure. 13 left. So we got all these options here, that's quite a lot. Right, so we'll just request clearance here in a second. So delivery 121.730. Delivery, good evening. This is Aeroitalia 812. We are parked at stand 4 Bravo. We have information Oscar on board and we are requesting IFR clearance to Milano.
Aeroitalia 812, Provence delivery. Thanks for Oscar. Expect runway 13 left. NASIK 6 Sierra departure. Initial climb to flight level 060. Squawk 1000.
Departing runway 13 left with the NASIK 6 Sierra departure. Initial altitude flight level 060. Squawk 1000. Aeroitalia 812.
Aeroitalia 812. Read back correct. Contact ground 121. Decimal 905 when ready for push or start.
Alright, 121.905 for push and start. Cool. So we do have a little bit of a different departure, it looks like. Let's see, departure runway 13 left, and then we got the NASIK 6 Sierra.
812. Read back correct. Contact ground 121, decimal 905 when ready for push or start.
Copy that, 121.905 for push and start, Aeroitalia 812, thank you. Right, so this will be our departure, the NASIK 6
Aeroitalia 812, you're welcome.
That's sweet, that's cute and sweet. So cute and sweet together will be sweet. So we got the NASIK. That's a long list, man, and I don't think I actually saw it there. NASIK 6 Charlie. There we go. But we need the NASIK 6 Sierra. I'm not sure if we can actually change it here in Navigraph, but we don't need to do it. It's already in the FMC. So execute, go index, and then for the arrival, let's have a look at the weather at our destination. So currently arrival weather would be 040 at 3 knots.
Good evening.
So it'll be runway 17 left or right. And they're giving us here 35 left, so looks like the wind has like changed completely as both for the departure and the arrival.
May I see your
040. Oh yes, that's correct actually. 35. I'm talking out of my behind. Obviously, we'll land to the north, so it will be 35 left or 35 right. So a whole bunch of panic for nothing. All right, cool. So 35 left with the DEVOX 3 Echo. Just put that in. ILS Zulu 35 left. And what was the thing called? The DEVOX 3 Echo. We go back. DEVOX 3 Echo. No transition. That is actually in left. Do we have that? Nope. So that's we're going to do without. Execute. Right, so now we should have the entire route in here. There's a route discontinuity at EGHIN. We'll have a look at that. That's on our approach basically. Alright, so the init ref page. So planned fuel, we'll put 6.4. .8 on our final reserves. And the cost index was 73. And initial altitude, I believe, was 290. So let's put that in, 290. And then we have 342029. That will be our winds. Transition altitude 5,000 feet.
good evening.
I'm just going to accept the 5,000 there without checking it. And one limit. So the performance tool, we'll just set that up. So departing 13 left, 114 remaining.
Boarding pass, please.
Hit calculate. We got takeoff 1, derating at 45 degrees. That should give us 138 for the V1, 139 rotate, 144 V2. Flaps 5 takeoff, and we got a N1 percentage of 89.5. So takeoff 1 at 45 degrees. It's calculating to be 90.3. So this is not quite what it is there, but this is normal. So we go to takeoff, flaps 5. Trim setting 5.62, and that is the same, and then V1 138, 139, 144. Those are actually correct. And the runway length remaining, I believe, was 114. Just double check, 114. And we'll put that in there as well. Alright, cool. So 121, that's 1905. By the time we request push and start. 121,905. Let's just hop over to that frequency already.
Good evening.
So we got 90 passengers boarded out of 148. so a couple of things. Let's turn on the yaw damper, open our fuel pumps, and we'll turn on the naughty taxi lights, our APU. Arm the emergency exit lights. So we got the fuel on board, 6.4, divided over 2 tanks, 3.19 to 3.19 each. So we'll turn on the seatbelt signs as well. APU is coming. Right, so cruising, let's start with 290. Actually going to 30,000, so let's just put it there. And we're currently at sea level. I believe the airport elevation is 10 feet. It's showing us 50. Let's put it on 50. Alright. Okay, so the EGT is dropping now. It's steady at around 400 degrees for the APU, so we can turn on the APU bleed. And then what we'll do, we'll also turn on the APU generators. So we are now on internal power. We turn off the ground power up here on the overhead before we request them down below to release it, to disconnect it. So that is being released now. Let's go to the plan page and see what our departure actually looks like. Because I was unable to find the NASIK 6 Sierra departure for some reason out of 13 left. Now what we could maybe do, if we go charts, SID, and my eyes are hurting looking at this long list. NASIK 6 November, 6 uniform, 6 Sierra, there it is. This will be our departure. Out of runway 13 left, that will be a left turn heading 077 degrees to Mike Lima 364. From there we'll take a right turn to 092 onto threads and then onto NASIK. It's a very straightforward RNF type departure. Right, so let's turn on the flight directors on both sides. We'll put in speed 250 knots and the window up here. Let's also get the runway heading while we're at it. Just so we have that 13 left would be 132 degrees.
All aircraft be advised information, Papa no count, QNH 1021.
QNH 1021, I believe we still are on that. (021). So initial climb was flight level 06. Let's arm VNAV and let's arm LNAV. So it's going to be quite a different flow than usual, which is interesting because usually we're just flying solo, you know, and we can do whatever the hell we want. But now that we're flying on some sort of, in some sort of context, social kind of context, you know, change the things a little bit. You cannot just do whatever the hell you want. I mean, you can, but don't expect things to go smoothly. So we have our squawk code set here as well, 1000. I believe we're pretty much set up here. We could maybe, since the passengers are still loading or boarding, if we go to our relax page, let's have a look at our arrival as well, flight plan. Because there was a route discontinuity, which is quite common really. So after inlet, to EGHIN. So let's have a look at that, what that's going to be looking like. So first of all, let's go to the charts. We'll get the final approach chart for 34 right, I believe, for us, 35 right. Just to quickly double check here. Three-five left, saying here, look at that. And did we put that in our FMC? 3-5 left. That will be this one. After touchdown, we vacate to the left. So, charts. 3-5 left, ILS Zulu, runway 35 left. See, that should be this one. So you can see here the initial fix EGHIN, or the intermediate, I believe it is, DI. There's initial approach fix inlet, so we can just connect these two without any hesitation. So that's looking good. Let's just go there through the legs page so we can see what it's going to look like. So then there's inlet and there's EGHIN. In this case, they're just perfectly aligned. So all we have to do is just join them together. So EGHIN can go there, and that problem has been solved. Now we're still waiting for the passengers to finish boarding. Let's set some fixes around the localizer as well. So the runway identifier would be India Mike Alpha for 35 left. ILS Zulu 35 left. India Mike Alpha 109.1. And the glide slope will start to take us down at 7.2 nautical miles from the localizer. So 7.2. And the reciprocal then would be 166. So 166 degrees, that will cause us the extended runway center line. And I believe it was 7.2 nautical miles. 7.2, that's where the glide slope will start taking us down. Then on decimal 2, I believe the 737-800 has no problem with that. 166 /15, just have a little buffer. So that's all sitting there. Look at that, looking all pretty and everything. Boarding has been completed. Well, it's looking fine. So we can leave that, go back to map. Then I believe pretty much good to go. We can start requesting push and start. I would like to have a look first at what we can expect when it comes to taxiing. In this case, it's a very simple airport. I mean, you know, look at this. But nonetheless, just to have heard it in my head, if you will. So we're here at 4 Bravo. We'll push back, likely facing north or northwest, if you will. And then we'll probably get either Golf 5 and then Charlie 5, Charlie 4, Charlie 3, Charlie 2, and then all the way to Charlie 1. Well, it's probably going to be something like that, unless it takes us here over the apron, but I'm not sure what they do. We'll have a look at that, and we could maybe see if we can catch the taxi route if we type it here into the scratchpad. I'm not super used to doing that, but we'll just see how that's going to go down. And do we need, because we are using GSX, do we need to do anything with GSX? Probably first just request clearance, what do you think? So that will be ground is 121.905. We're already tuned to them. Marseille ground, Aeroitalia 812, request taxi, no, request push and start.
Aeroitalia 812, Provence ground, pushback and engine start approved, face north.
Push and start approved, face north, Aeroitalia 812. Alright, that means we can get going. Let's first of all set the parking brake. And we're trim was 5.62. That's pretty much 5.5, you know. It doesn't get any more analog than this. Alright, so prepare push and departure. Then we'll also need to do some things here in the ground operations, door management, just close everything. And we remove the chokes.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
So push back nose to the left.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
Now the nice thing about we are using ATC, but we're not flying online or anything. So if I just have to do something real quick before I start pushing back, I can. Because there will not be any, hindering any other aircraft or anything, or the entire flow there, you know. But obviously when you're flying online, you should try and stay sharp. And no pussyfooting, you know. Alright. Oops. Okay, you push back. So that will be nose to the left, tail to the right.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brake released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Alright, cool. Engine number 2. when you get some fuel in there.
Set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for good
Parking
engine
brake
start.
set. Well, let's start engine number 1. Turn on the no smoking sign. Let's turn on the packs. And that's a successful engine start, so let's confirm good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear. Soundtrack disconnected. Minus spin. Left is clear, right is clear.
Cool. So 2 running engines. We can turn on the generators and then we can turn off the APU. APU bleed can come off as well. The packs are on and the engine bleeds are on. Now we'll have Mirko here showing us the bypass pin. Thank you. Yeah. Alright, so now we can turn off the dome lights. Let's turn on the taxi lights and the runway turn-off lights. And then we'll have to request taxi clearance, obviously, before we start going. So as I said, we can probably expect Golf 5 and then Charlie 5, Charlie 4, and so on to the runway. So let's just see what's going to happen. ground Aeroitalia 812, request taxi to runway 13 left.
Aeroitalia 812, runway 13 left taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
That was too quick. That was too quick for me to type in there. Please repeat taxi clearance for Aeroitalia 812.
Aeroitalia 812, runway 13 left taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
When we go 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, let's see, where are we? Go 5, Charlie 5, and then it says Delta 4, Delta 3.
Aeroitalia 812, runway 13, left taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
Taxi 213 left via Golf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie 2, Delta 1. Aeroitalia 812.
Negative taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
Oh, there was another Charlie in there. Golf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1. Aeroitalia 812.
Negative taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
I think that's exactly what I said back to this guy. Golf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1. He's going to say negative.
Negative taxi via Gulf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1.
Let's have a look at what the Beyond ATC looks like. So Golf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2. So yeah.
Runway 13 left taxi via Golf 5, Charlie 5, Delta 4, Charlie 3, Charlie Charlie 2, Delta 1, Aeroitalia 812.
And at least they'll accept it, I guess. So what does that look like exactly? Golf 5, Charlie 5, that makes sense. And then the Delta 4. Delta 4, I don't see a Delta 4 in here. Here's a Delta 4. Delta 4, Charlie 3. So, okay, so basically just Charlie 3, so it's very simple. Just making it way too difficult. Alright, let's get going. Let's have a look at the progress page. You expect to arrive at 2025. So parking brake released. No, let's not do that yet. We'll set our flaps to 5 for the takeoff. And auto brake to reject the takeoff, and it's also asking us to verify the takeoff speeds. One 138, 139, 144. Oops, thinking I want to enter something. 138, 139, 144. Alright. Parking brake released. Wait, what are we doing? Yeah, let's go through here then. It's not winning any beauty contests, I'm aware of that. So there's a plane dead ahead. We'll just stop here for 1 second. And hopefully they turn to our right. See, this was all meant to be. Parking brake released. There's another plane on the taxiway, so let's just ram straight through them. Otherwise we're just gonna have to stop here and wait until they get despawned by Microsoft Flight Simulator. So we are on Charlie 5.
Aeroitalia 812, contact Provence Tower 133.1.
133.1 Aeroitalia 812, good night.
Negative, tower on 133.1.
I believe that's what I said, but alright. This will not work. So we just first hold short.
Negative, tower on 133.1.
Tower on 133.1, Aeroitalia 812. So here's Charlie 1. Parking brake set. One 133.1. Maybe it would be nice if we knew what the departure frequency after that is. Let's check airport info, see if it's on here maybe. So we got ATIS, delivery, ground and tower. So we'll just be advised, I guess. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Alright, let's contact the tower. And we're holding short, what was this, Charlie 1? Tower, Aeroitalia 812, holding short, Charlie 1, runway 13 left.
Aeroitalia 812, backtrack runway 13 left. Call when ready for departure.
Backtrack 13 left, call you when ready for departure, Aeroitalia 812. I'm not sure why they think we need to backtrack. So we just get ourselves into position. So it looks like the Beyond ATC is not always too smart, I must say. Let's release the parking brake. Let's just see what happens if we simply line ourselves up. There's nothing to backtrack. It looks like it's thinking we're on the runway or something. I don't know. Although I would expect someone who thinks that you are on the runway when you're not clear to display a lot more panic in their voice and the way they communicate that message to you. But I guess that's me. Let's turn on the landing lights. And these strobe lights to strobe and steady. So basically this is not really very realistic because we're now just lining ourselves up, but what they were saying to us was also not quite realistic, you know.
All aircraft be advised. Information Quebec now current. QNH 1021.
Right, so that has not changed, QNH. Alright, let's turn on the parking brake. Tower Aeroitalia 812, we are ready for departure, runway 13 left.
Aeroitalia 812, Provence Tower, wind 330 at 3, runway 13 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Aeroitalia 812. Alright, let's do the skids.
No. Aeroitalia 812, cleared for takeoff runway 13 left.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 13 left, Aeroitalia 812. Right, let's start the timer. And parking brake released. And let's get the show on the road. Takeoff thrust. Here we go, man. So we're flying again on the channel. Did like 3 or maybe 3.5 weeks. As I said, there has been some turbulence, and there's not always time for everything. But my heart was definitely with you guys and with the channel, so it's good to be back.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Aeroitalia 812, contact Provence departure 120.88.
Departure on 120.88, Aeroitalia 812. Let's take our left turn first. First you aviate, then you navigate, and then you communicate. So simple as that. 120.88. Flaps 1. Departure Aeroitalia 812 with you climbing through to 2,600 feet.
Aeroitalia 812, Provence departure. Identified. Climb to flight level 140.
Climb flight level 140, Aeroitalia 812. Let's turn on the autopilot. Flaps can come up. Alright, so let's turn on some lights. So runway turn off lights, taxi lights can come off. And the packs are still on, that's good. Then we lock the landing gear, and that should be the after takeoff checklist completed. Engine bleeds are at on, packs are at auto, landing gear up and off, flaps up, no lights. Flaps are still not up. Going to standard pressure. But I will quickly need to relieve myself, so let's hope that ATC is not going to contact us. I will be back.
Aeroitalia 812, contact Marseille control 12 for decimal 5. Aeroitalia 812.
Alright, here we are.
Contact Marseille control 12 for decimal 5.
124.5 Marseille control. Marseille control on 124.5 Aeroitalia 812, good night. So that would be 124.5 for Marseille control. 124.5. Marseille control, good evening, Aeroitalia 812, climbing through 14,000 feet, flight level 140. We are 15 nautical miles from NASIK.
Aeroitalia 812, Marseille control, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 290.
Climbing 290, Aeroitalia 812, 290. Right, so we're at 14,000 feet. We can turn off the landing lights, and we can also turn off the seatbelt sign there. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Welcome aboard flight 812 to Milano. We have turned off the seatbelt signs, so you may feel free to get out of your seat and just start walking around the aircraft. Just don't dance and jump too much. It is making other passengers nervous. Is there anything you need? Just feel free to reach out to our lovely cabin crew. They will tend to your every need. We're expecting to arrive at Milan in approximately 45 minutes from now, and we'll be cruising at an altitude of 30,000 feet, which is approximately 10 kilometers. On behalf of Aeroitalia and the entire crew, thank you for your attention. Alright, so we got that out of the way. We're climbing to flight level 290 and we're on the Marseille control currently. Our fuel 5.1 and expected fuel, and we'll land 3.6. Expect to land at 2037, so let's see if we did not lie to the passengers. That's in about 50 minutes. I believe I said 45. There's the Pleiades constellation. It is a star group of 7 stars. I believe they call it the Seven Sisters in English. It's in the constellation, actually. It's not a constellation, I believe. It's a star group.
812, contact Marseille control 120.85.
120.85, Aeroitalia 812. 120.85. What was it? Marseille control? Let's see here on Beyond A to see what they were called. Marseille control. Cool. Marseille control, good evening, Aeroitalia 812. We are climbing through flight level 192. We are 20 nautical miles from Rapid.
Aeroitalia 812, Marseille control identified.
Alright, that's awesome. And so we're pretty much set up really already for the landing. speaking of which, let's see when do we start descending today. And that will be in 100 nautical miles, 101 at 20:04. Let's say approximately 25 minutes or so. As I said, it will be a very short flight. Out of Marseille in the south of France to Milano in Italy. Looks like I lost connection to my stream there for a second. So yeah, the constellation, or actually the star group, star cluster of the Pleiades in the constellation of Taurus. And here on the northern hemisphere, the constellations will start to change a little bit now that we're coming from summer into autumn, and then ultimately winter. So we'll have some winter constellations waiting for us in the evening skies, like Orion, which is a very popular one. Obviously, the Taurus and all the zodiac signs will always be there. So I must say it's quite nice actually to use the ATC. I purchased it for like 30 euros. I don't know still if I'm crazy or not for doing that. And maybe that Saint Ange is a little bit better, but you know, all of these guys, they have like subscriptions. But in this case, for instance, you do not have a subscription, but when you run out of your 50,000, what they call characters, probably, you know, just consider it text-based, you can top up, and you just probably keep, you know, paying like 10 euros every now and then to top up your premium voices. So it's definitely some way for them to make some bucks. I'm not against people making bucks, just, you know, we all have to do something for a living. But we also all have to watch our expenses at the same time, you know. So we'll look for the best models, if you will. So basically today's flight will take us along the coast, I believe. Let's see if we can have a look here at our flight plan. So basically it's just taking us along the coast, and then at ANAKI we go north. And then we have this typical RNF type of approach. So we'll see if they're going to make us fly all these waypoints, or if they're just going to give us some direct, in which case we'll probably end up being too high. So it will be interesting. And the interesting thing, I must say, and I said it earlier, of using the ATC that we're doing today, is that it sort of also can prepare you a little bit for when you want to fly online, you know? Because online is definitely a different vibe. When they give you clearance here, what you saw earlier, you know, we just said, all right, man, so we just go to line ourselves up and say, hey, we're ready for departure. No questions asked. They just said, yeah, sure, man, take off. That's not realistic. And you cannot do that on VATSIM. At the same time, on VATSIM, you probably won't get the message we got when we were holding short at Charlie 1 for runway 13 left. You know, when they said, oh, sure, man, backtrack on 13 left and then call us. Like, no, nonsense. And they would not do that on VATSIM, obviously, because they're a lot smarter. Right, we are now 15 minutes into the flight, and our top of descent is about 20 minutes away from us at 20:04. That would actually be 10 minutes away. Alright, so let's set up for our landing. So we got ILS landing on runway 35 left. Let's just double check. 35 left at Milano. So let's enter the frequency and the final approach course. So frequency will be 109.1. Let me just type it in. Oh, in this case you I don't have to type. So 109.1. So then we should have the frequency up here, 109.1. And the final approach course 346. Well, 28,000 feet. Doesn't look like we're climbing to 30,000 feet, so let's put that on 20,000 or 29,000. A couple of other things: runway elevation, airport elevation, 768. We could put that on 700 feet. And then we have at 3,000 feet, so basically we're going to descend to 3,000 feet at some point. And then the minimums, let's take 105. Now let's see if we can get the 8th information for Malpensa. 120.025. 120.025. Let's see if we can get 8th.
Contact, you have information X-ray.
You can hear it.
Malpensa Airport information X-ray. 1938 Zulu, wind 035 at 2. Ceiling and visibility, okay, temperature 14. Dew point 10, QNH 1020. VFR conditions, landing runway 35 right, departing runway 35 left, transition level 060. Advise on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
So 1020, that's the QNH.
Airport information X-ray, 1938, wind 035 at 2, ceiling and visibility, okay, temperature 14, dew point 10, QNH 1020, VFR conditions, land.
Please repeat for Aeroitalia 812.
Aeroitalia 812. Contact Milan radar 124.925. Have a good evening.
Milano radar on 124.925. Aeroitalia 812. Good evening. 124.925. And then he's going to say that's incorrect. 124.925. Malpensa radar, Aeroitalia 812 at flight level 290. We are 18.4 nautical miles from EGHIN.
Aeroitalia 812, Milan radar contact.
That's your top of descent coming closer. .29 miles. So here's where things are a little bit different when you're flying online or when you're flying with the ATC, as opposed to flying.
Aeroitalia 812, Milan radar. Expect DEVOX 3 Echo. Runway 35 right.
Expect DEVOX 3 Echo for runway 35 right, Aeroitalia 812. So we are actually getting 35 right. Let's quickly change that. Let's do 35 right. DEVOX 3 Echo. Execute. So in left to Totku. Let's get rid of this chart. If right, it would be this one. So we got in left to Totku, that's the same deal. In left to Totku, so we can just join these two together like this. But we do have some different data now. So we have the runway identifier, Mike Lima Papa, 109.9. The final approach course will be the same, and so will be the distance actually to the localizer. So that's pretty cool. 109.9. So we got that in, and then for the minimums we can keep 105 radio altitude, so that hasn't changed. What also has not changed is the 7.2 nautical miles, although we'll have to do it a little bit differently now. Just stand by 1 second. Go to our fix page.
Aeroitalia 812, DEVOX 3 Echo, runway 35 right. Report ready for descent.
Right, we got like a minute or so to go.
Aeroitalia 812, DEVOX 3 Echo, runway 35 right. Report ready for descent.
We'll let you know when we are ready. Aeroitalia 812. So 166, I believe that was, and 7.2.
Aeroitalia 812, descend to flight level 120.
Descent flight level 120, Aeroitalia 812. Right, so we started our descent. We're a little bit low, that's alright. Let's quickly go to the plan page and see what we caused here. So after in left, there you go. So we already have the runway center line and everything, so that's looking good. We don't have to double check that at all. So just to quickly get our descent checklist. Pressurization should be at landing altitude, that should be 700 feet or so. And the runway will be 691, so that's fine. Let's check the recall, see if anything requires our attention. That's clear. Auto brake, we'll use auto brake 2. Landing data VREF and minimums. So for the VREF speed, for a flaps 30 landing, 144 knots would be 149. Oh, did something, hang on. Inlet rep. There you go. So 149, just quickly check on the legs page, but it should be there in the Boeing 149. So that's sitting right there, looking all pretty. Landing data VLF minimum, so landing data we got QNH 1020. Is pre-dialed. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. Let's listen in with the ATIS again. Oh, that's the wrong. No, that's it.
Initial contact, you have information X-ray. Malpensa Airport, information X-ray 1938 Zulu, wind 035 at 2, ceiling and visibility, okay, temperature 14, dew point 10, QNH 1020, VFR conditions, landing runway 35 right, departing runway 35 left, transition level 060. Advice on initial contact, you have information X-ray.
Alright, we got everything there, it's looking good. So we can go back to the map view. So the time is 20:07. We expect to touch down 20:37. That's in 30 minutes. Let me start Sky Dolly to record the landing. I may upload the landing replay a little bit later tonight. Looks like we're getting a little bit high on the profile. Speed brakes out. For landing data, VRF and minimums, we have all of those. Just double check, we got 109.9 at 346. And we have our minimums 144 and our radio altitude 105. And approach briefing has been completed as well. So descent checklist complete. Speed brake retracted. So let's go to Milano, man. Touchdown in about 28 minutes. Or am I wrong? 37, yeah. We'll see, maybe we'll get a shortcut from ATC. Because you can see here the entire RNAV approach. If we fly the entire thing, that's all the track miles that we're still that are still due. So that would be the distance to go, 106 nautical miles. And this is assuming that we will fly all the legs, all these waypoints on our RNAV approach. So this one, this one, this one, this one. Then we'll take a right turn, and we'll go here, and then we'll take a left turn, and we'll go here. And it's very possible that ATC will at some point just give us a direct to one of the other waypoints. We'll have to be aware of that. Transition altitude 6,000 feet, so that's in 10,000 feet. And then we'll switch from standard pressure to 1020, which is the local barometric pressure for Malpensa. So we got some Alps there, look at that. Well, hey there baby, what's a nice Alp like you doing at a place like this? Alright, flight level 158. We can start turning on the APU. Was a bit early, but doesn't matter. Then in about 5 minutes we will turn on the seatbelt sign, we'll strap in the passengers, and then the cabin crew will get everything ready in the cabin for our arrival. And you can see here is where the RNAV approach will start. We are still nicely on profile, if anything a little bit high. So the weather was 035 degrees at 2 knots, hardly any wind, 14 degrees centigrade. Time is 2012. So I guess let's just strap in the passengers, why not?
Traffic.
A little bit high. Let's get some speed brakes out. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. As you may have noticed, we have started our descent into Milan Malpensa International Airport. Please return to your seats and make sure that your seatbelts are securely fastened. The cabin crew will see to it that everyone wearing their seatbelt as well. We expect to arrive in Malpensa in approximately 25 minutes. The temperature tonight will be 14 degrees centigrade. There will be hardly any wind. We expect a smooth touchdown. On behalf of Aeroitalia and the entire crew, thank you for your attention. Alright. We can retract the speed brake. So we're now coming up at our assigned altitude, 12,000 feet. So hopefully ATC will give us some new altitude to descend to. That's always the exciting thing, you know, when we're flying solo, not online and nothing, we can just do whatever the hell we want. But then once you're putting in, like we're doing now, beyond ATC, so the AI ATC service, or you're flying online, for instance, then things change because you have to wait for clearance and everything. And you can see now we're getting a little bit high on the profile because we're not going any lower. And well, actually, this just reset it, sort of. Let's see what's going to happen. Malpensa Control, Aeroitalia 812, we are holding flight level 120. We are ready for descending further, if that's okay.
Aeroitalia 812, you are already at flight level 120, so go ahead and stay there.
Alright. Remain flight level 120, Aeroitalia 812.
Aeroitalia 812, descend to flight level 090.
Oops. Well, I cannot get a word in, man. That's weird. Descend flight level 090, Aeroitalia 812.
Aircraft calling, say Callsign.
Aeroitalia 812, descend to flight level 090.
Aeroitalia 812. Contact Milan radar 125.63.
125.63, Aeroitalia 812. Good evening. 125.63.
Negative, Milan radar on 125.63.
They really have a hard time understanding me. 125.63. Milano radar, Aeroitalia 812, good evening. We're descending through flight level 906 for flight level 09, and we are 1 mile from EKSID.
Aeroitalia 812, Milan radar. Good evening, QNH 1021, expect the LS Zulu runway. 35 right with the inlet transition.
Inlet transition 35 right with the DEVOX 3 Echo arrival. Aeroitalia 812. I don't think that's read back very properly on my part. Alright, 10,000 feet, let's turn on the landing lights. APU is already on. Put the engine start switches to continuous relight. And the QNH, he said, was 1021. Can you confirm QNH 1021 Aeroitalia 812? And then it remained very silent on the other end. Let's listen to the ATIS. So we should have information Yankee.
13, viewpoint 10, QNH 1021. VFR conditions, landing runway 35 right, departing runway 35 left. Transition level 060. Advice on initial contact, you have information Yankee.
Alright, we do. So 1021, we have that set up as well. Transition level 6,000 feet, but we're now holding at 9,000. If you look at the flight plan, we should actually be at 6,000 feet or below. At Mike Charlie 561, we'll be there in 3 miles. So our speed is doing what it's supposed to be doing, should be below 220 knots, but our altitude should be below 6,000. Obviously this is we're following the instructions by ATC, but nonetheless it's interesting to see. And more so because I feel like we're a little bit high. If you look here, our vertical deviation, actually you can see it here a little bit better, is gaining 2,400. So the aircraft at the moment thinks we're pretty high, which basically means that we are. At the same time, it's a very long route, these typical RNAV arrivals, these zigzag patterns, you know. We probably do have some leeway there, but we'll see how this is going to turn out. We do have the EME on the runway, that's 17.5 nautical miles, so we're getting definitely quite close. When we turn left, we'll turn on the localizer and the runway turn-off lights. Time is 2020, and we're expecting to touch down 2037, that's 17 minutes from now. Malpensa radar Aeroitalia 812, request descent to 6,000 feet. So the airport is right there. Malpensa radar, request descent to 6,000 feet. Aeroitalia 812. Alright, so it looks like they're not responding because they're extremely slow. There's no other traffic or anything. So 35 right, and then we'll vacate probably at Echo Mike, Echo Whiskey, and then to the terminal area. So what are these guys called? Let's call them by their name. Milan radar. Milan radar. Aeroitalia 812, request descent to 6,000 feet, please. So we're now 3,600 feet above our optimal altitude. I don't understand why they're not responding at all, man. Is there anything we can do with the manual, maybe? Nothing tuned. Uh-oh. Did I switch the wrong one? 124 decimal 12563. Where the hell did that go? I'm not sure what happened here, man. It looks like the frequency had changed. Milan radar, Aeroitalia 812. Request continue descent.
Aeroitalia 812, Milan radar, QNH 1021, expect the ILS Zulu runway 35 right with the inlet transition.
Expect 35 right with the inlet transition. Our current altitude is 9,000 feet. Can we descend?
Negative QNH 1021.
Man, these guys are absolutely dumb as a mofo. Fucking hell, man. Milan radar, Aeroitalia 812, request descent.
Negative QNH 1021.
I don't understand why you're saying negative QNH. What the hell does that mean? QNH 1021.
Aeroitalia 812, descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descend 5,000 feet, Aeroitalia 812, QNH 1021. But it's still on the localizer. I'm...
Negative, QNH 102.
Screw you, man. Fucking hell. QNH 1021, Aeroitalia 812. Alright, let's do some vertical speed here. Let's get this sucker down a lot quicker. Localizer capture. Why are we not flying on the localizer?
Aeroitalia 812, descend to 4,000 feet.
4,000 feet, Aeroitalia 812. Well, I'm telling you, if I would have been doing this on my own, it would be a lot better job than this. I mean, look at this. We're like way off of our center line. There's the 15-mile mark, so we do still have some leeway, if you will. We are captured by the localizer. And then again, it's turning left. So what the fuck is up with that, man? I'm getting very close to rage quitting. Am I missing something here, or is this... No, man, we're not missing anything. Screw this, let's just do it ourselves. Heading select. So I'm just totally letting go of the ATC now. They've done an absolutely terrible job. So screw you, beyond ATC. You're not worthy of my 30 euros. Just so you know. So we are heading select. So I don't know, maybe we'll do a visual landing. We do have, I think that is our runway. Let's go a little more aggressive. So we are 22 miles out, so it's not too bad. We're below the localizer, so that's all, below the glide slope, so that's not too bad at all. So now if we turn on the localizer, what will happen?
Aeroitalia 812, cleared direct inlet, cross inlet at or above 4,000 feet, cleared ILS Zulu runway 35 right.
Clear direct inlet, cleared for ILS 35 right at or above 4,000 feet. Aeroitalia 812. Negative. 109, that's still the same. There is our runway, but it is not intercepting the localizer. So I'm not really sure what was going on there earlier. Localizer captured. Let's see if it starts going all the way to the left again, yes or no. Let's also arm the approach. Hopefully that would help. But this time it looks like it's doing the correct thing. Cabin crew, take your seats for landing. Let's arm the speed brake. Let's double check our V speed. So we got 143 for the approach speed now. Alright, so landing checklist. Engine start switches to continuous lights, speed brake is armed, landing gear down, flaps down, green light. So the flaps will do the moment we get captured by the glide slope. Which is right now. Flaps 1.
Aeroitalia 812, contact Malpensa Tower 123.6.
123.6, Aeroitalia 812, good evening. 123.6. Malpensa Tower, good evening. Aeroitalia 812, we are established on the localizer. We have 7.8 nautical miles from the localizer.
Aeroitalia 812, Malpensa Tower, wind at 015 at 3, runway 35 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, Aeroitalia 812.
No, Aeroitalia 812, clear to land, runway 35 right.
No, here's a point there. Clear to land, runway 35 right, Aeroitalia 812. Well, it's definitely right in that. So probably best to just repeat the runway, so that everybody, the ATC, but also the other pilots can hear what you're about to do. Let's drop the gear. Let's go straight to flaps 30 here. So flaps down, green lights, gear down, so landing checklist complete. 1,000 feet, turn off the autopilot.
Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope. Glide slope.
So what is it? The touchdown zone is a little bit later on the runway, maybe? Here comes the glide slope.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue. Here's our runway.
50. 30.
Idle.
20.
Flare. That was a rough touchdown, but we're down. Welcome to Malpensa, everybody. Full reverse. I'm gonna do some toe braking.
Aeroitalia 812, exit left at Alpha Bravo.
Left at Alpha Bravo, Aeroitalia 812.
Aeroitalia 812, contact ground 121.825, bye-bye.
121.825, bye-bye. Aeroitalia 812.
Negative, ground on 121.825.
Ground on 121.825, Aeroitalia 812. So as you can see, the whole field link with all the radio stack and everything takes a lot of extra time.
All aircraft be advised, information Zulu now current, QNH 1021.
Cool, we're all very impressed. Ground, Aeroitalia 812 will vacate at the runway 35 right. We request taxi to the gate.
Aeroitalia 812. Welcome to Malpensa. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
To parking or advise. We need assignment, Aeroitalia 812, please.
Aeroitalia 812. Say again gate number.
We have no gate number. You give me the gate number. I'm advising that I need guidance. Help me out. I don't know where to go.
Aeroitalia 812. Say again gate number.
Gate number, fuck you. Alright, man. On that positive note, I'm going to leave you.
Say again gate number.
Let's just first get rid of these morons. So yeah, let's just stand up right here. More than enough of this. So here we are. Welcome to Malpensa, everybody. I hope you enjoyed your flight. And hopefully we'll see each other sometime real soon. As I said, it was a little bit busy lately with some turbulence. But we're slowly getting back to flying our favorite flight simulator, Flight Simulator FS 2020. Hope you enjoyed your flight, and everybody, I will see you at the next video. Everybody stay cool, keep your loved ones close. Bye bye.